All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it today. Safari levels, share sound. All right, guys, cool. Let's go ahead. I need you on this side. Still getting used to this setup over here at the Rancho office. Super, super tight setup, though. Super, super lit. He got the big ass banana screen. Freaking dope. All right, guys, so entries. Entries, fam. So let's go over. Um, you know what? Let's go over the change of character because the one last time in this example, just to refresh, because we didn't do a call Monday. And then with those two entries, with the starting point and the shoulder, we can go ahead and use that as our macro and then go ahead and break down the micro. Cool. So let's go ahead and get into it,
That's
guys.
cool.
Awesome. Market is bullish right now. Market is going up, up, up. Awesome. Now, at some point, guys, the market's going to have to reverse. Boom. So let's go ahead and get into it. Awesome. All right, guys. Let the market do what it's supposed to do. At some point, market's going to have to pull back, right? So right now we have a higher high, and then market's going to drop down and give us a higher low, right? So when we're able to see that, guys, we know that we need to go ahead and break above in order to continue, right? So we need to have a line there, guys. Some type of indicator letting me know, like, yo, I need market to break above this. I need market to break above this, right? Let's go ahead. Cool. Market's doing its thing. We get another rally breakout. Awesome. Right. So let's go ahead. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high. This is exactly what we need to see, guys. Exactly what we need to see in order to find continuations. Right. So let's go ahead. Give me my caps. Awesome. We got a bullish BOS, right? A bullish break of structure to the upside, letting us know that market wants to continue going in an uptrend. Right. So when that happens, guys, we're able to see this rally breakout. Awesome. We have to follow that rally back down to the last selling candle. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then boom, right here. This is going to be my last selling candle. Now, this last selling candle, guys, is going to be my starting point. The starting point. Now, this is my entry. So for levels, guys, we call this the starting point, but in smart money, this is going to be the supply and demand, order block, things like that. Right. So this is the entry right here. Now, once we find our entry, guys, once we find that entry, we need to go ahead and find the lowest wick in that area. Lowest wick, right? And that lowest wick is going to be your stop loss. Boom. Is this making sense so far, guys? Give me a one if this is making sense, and give me a
Oh,
question mark
yes,
if you are
sir.
confused.
It's good. Yes, sir. Makes
Cool.
sense to me.
Let me go pull up the chats real quick. I was wondering
What?
why this was looking a little off. All right, cool. Cool. Bet, guys, this is it. This is the setup right now. If we're looking at this and the market is right here, and we have a setup down here, we're just waiting, guys. We're just sitting tight. We need the market to come back. So what we can do is we could put an alert right here. Boom. This is my alert. I will be notified as soon as market touches this line right here, right? This is my alert line. So as soon as market touches this line, I should be notified, right? So as market wants to go ahead, let's go ahead and actually make this a little lower because I know some of y'all gonna be like, that's a big stop loss, bro. Bet. So now we have a little tiny breakout. Same thing though. Same rules apply. So as the market pulls back, again, we have to follow the structure, guys. Right? We have to be able to see higher highs and higher lows in the market. Right? So right now what we have is higher high, higher low, higher high, and the higher low is being created right now as we speak. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a one if that makes sense. Awesome. So we can see that market just hit our alert line, and that's okay. We should now be at the charts looking at our setup, right? So let's go ahead and delete that. Let's go ahead and delete that now. I'm not going to focus on breaking down the macro in this area. I'm going to go ahead and let it change character first, right? So let's go ahead and see. Market touches our entry. And now let's just say market put this into some profit, right? Let's go ahead and pull up the setup just so we can have a visual. Just so we can have the visual. Awesome. Right? Market is going our way. And profit, which is perfect. Let's go ahead. Market is going up. Now, at some point, we should already be at break even. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom. Market's at break even. We're in profit. It looks like it hit 1 to 2. We should have partialed some money out into our account, right? So right now, this trade is now risk-free, right? This trade is now risk-free. So now let's just say news wants to hit, right? It's a funky Friday. News wants to hit. And this is what happens, guys. We hit break even, and then boom. We finally get that massive, massive change of character we're looking for. Give me a 1 if this is making sense. So this buy, we just got clapped, right? It hit break even, risk-free. We took money off the table, right? Now, guys, all we do is we rinse and repeat, okay? We found our starting point for the buys with the breakout rally. Now let's look for the starting point for the sells with the breakout rally, right? So we can see we have a 2-candle breakout right here, right? Massive. Boom. Rally breakout. So let's go ahead and stay fresh, guys. Let's go ahead and delete this. Let's go ahead and delete this, and let's actually mark this up the way we should. This was my change of character, so I want to label that. My bearish change of character. Awesome. So guys, when you're marking up, your chart should literally look like this, guys. Super clean. Your chart should definitely look like this, right? So now look, we found our rally breakout. Awesome. Now let's follow that rally back up. Now this is just a 2-candle rally in my drawing here. So we got 1 candle, 2 candle, boom, right here. This last buying candle is going to be my starting point. Why? Because this last buying candle started this massive, massive, massive bearish move. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 5 if that makes sense, and give me a question mark if you're confused.
Question, actually, question.
What's up, bro?
The I know that in the past that you said that and it has to be at least a three candles to like make it like a a breakout rally.
Yeah.
In this case, if it's like a candle like that, like is that still cool as long as it changes a character?
Yes, that works. For
For
sure
sure.
that works. Yeah.
All right,
And
cool, cool.
a breakout rally doesn't have to be always 3 candles,
Yeah,
especially if it's trending and it's going your way. If we get like a
yeah.
1 strong candle or a 2 strong candle breakout rally, we can also
Hmm.
use that to find a starting point. As long as
For
it's
sure, bro.
breaking structure strongly.
For sure. Awesome, bro. Cool.
Yes, sir. Awesome, guys. So we found our starting point. What do we have to find next in order to get this starting point set up going?
That would be a stop loss.
Stop loss. Absolutely. So awesome. Let's go ahead. This red candle is going to be the highest wick in this area. Boom. So we have a stop loss for our starting point setup. Now, does anybody see another opportunity that we can have just in case market wants to go ahead and hit our stop loss? What is that, Edgar? Can you delete that now, please? Thank you, brother. What is that, Edgar? Can you unmute or type in the chat for me, bro? What is this right here that you
Another starting point.
So that's good that you mentioned that. So look, check me out. A lot of people, bro, are gonna see this as a starting point. Now, let me tell you why. Because you're going to see a rally right here. Okay. But Edgar, did this rally break below this line? Yes or no, bro?
No, that's correct.
No. No. So this rally didn't make this green candle the starting point. Now, you see how once we get this rally, boom, we get this rally, and then we pull back, right? This pullback is gathering up some power, right? So we can go ahead and boom, smack you with some force. Does that make sense? So now you see how this rally breaks below structure? When we break below
Yes.
structure, that now gives us a starting point. So it would be this one and not this one. Does that make sense, bro?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Now, we still haven't found our second opportunity, guys. We have one opportunity with the starting point, and we still need one more. Does anybody know what it is? What is it, bro?
It's at the end of that red block to the right.
Go ahead and point to it on my screen real quick.
Would that be it right there?
That's my as an entry?
Yeah.
No. So he was saying that at the end of this rally, we're looking to enter. That's if market is now gave us some bearish moves like this. Once we find our entry right here, guys, we're waiting. So as market drops, we're waiting and being patient for market to come back for us, right? So we never want to go ahead and enter at a sell right here just because we see momentum. Like when you see this, guys, don't be afraid. Market is not going to leave without you. And if it does, it'll give you another setup to work with, right? So never be afraid. You're not going to miss nothing. Like if market dips and takes off, well, let's just go ahead and cover that real quick. Let's just say market wants to go ahead and take off from here, right? Market pulls back a little bit, market pulls back a little bit, and then boom, we get another rally. Let's just say we get another rally. Boom. Guys, did we just continue breaking structure to the downside right here? Now we got a BOS. Now it's for real now. Market is bearish. Market is bearish now. Boom, BOS. So guys, did we get another breakout rally right here? Yes, which would now give us a brand new starting point. So this zone right here
Yes,
would
sir.
be our brand new starting point. So now we're just getting closer and closer to market, right? They don't have, just because they drop, they never have to come back right away. They can continue dropping and we can go ahead and get entries right here and continue the market down. And they'll save this spot right here, guys. They'll save this spot for later, for a couple days, for next week, for next month. Just have it highlighted and have it saved. And what do you guys need? Your alerts. Your alerts, guys. Just set your alerts. And when you get notified, what am I doing right here? And you got notified, you're like, oh man, I've been waiting for this thing forever, bro. I ain't touch my zone, bro. I dare you. I double dog dare you. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, bro? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go ahead. We'll delete this real quick. Awesome, guys. I know. Thank you, Ira. Thank you, bro. I was gonna say, I know we have some vets on the call, bro. So if it passes the new starting point, do we look at the top? Do we look at the top one above?
Like the previous 30 point.
So if it passes that new starting point, do we look for the brand new starting point above? Are you talking about the setup I just drew? Are you talking about this one right here?
See, it's that.
Okay.
And it passes it.
Okay, and it passes it like this?
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah. Yes. If that happens, bro, boom, we're looking for this. We're looking for this. Does that make sense? I want to make sure. Is that you who asked?
Yeah, that was
I was like, I was asking right here. That's funny. I thought it was somebody else for some reason. I was expecting Alejandro. That's funny as hell. All right. Yeah, that's exactly what we would be doing. So, like when we see that, guys, we need to like identify. Like we can't just ignore this, right? Just because we're looking for something up here, right? We're waiting for these zones, right? So if market does break and close above and we hit stop loss, hey, it's okay. Let's go ahead and take this one and send it back down. This is the one we really want, right? If we can go ahead and get this, boom, let's send it back down. Okay. So, do you ever box up the ST with the left shoulder when they're close like that example? Honestly, no. I like if you're saying like I do the whole thing from shoulder to starting point like this, I never really do that to be honest. I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. I just personally like to go ahead and have them individually marked up, if that makes sense. Fig. Does that make sense, bro? All right, bet.
Yo, I have a question.
What's up?
It's because you said that you're focusing on that one right here, like this one right here,
Okay.
but you just ignore this one right here. This is still a starting point, no?
No, so we wouldn't know that when you're actually outside.
Oh.
So because this rally, a lot of people are going to think this is the starting point because we see the first rally, right? But did this rally break structure down here? No, right? So we focus on the rally that actually breaks the structure.
Okay, okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right, bet. Bet, guys. Awesome. So let's go ahead. We're all caught up, I believe. Did I forget anybody's question? Can you try to buy while it's on the way up? Honestly, bro, I don't like counter trend trading like that because of this reason. Because of this reason, we can still continue. Like you could try on a lower time frame. It may give you like a little head and shoulder, right? Little move, buy up. But what happens when we buy up just enough and then we continue back down? Right? When market gives you signs of sells, let's just keep looking for sells. I promise you, your win to loss ratio, it's gonna get cut in half, guys. Like when you just focus on sells, you're like, I just gotta wait for sell structure to happen. I need to wait for sell structure to happen. That's when your account is gonna start compounding, guys. Does that make sense, Christian? Awesome, bro. Because what you're asking there would be very, very aggressive. Okay. But look, guys, now we have both of our opportunities here. We have our starting point opportunity and we have our head and shoulder. Now, if you can't see the head and shoulder, higher high is going to be my left shoulder, this BOS. Higher low, this is my neckline. Market must break below and change character in order for me to get a head and shoulder. Higher high, this is my head. This is the last higher high. This is the highest peak of that bullish rally. And then market changes character. Boom. Right? So as soon as we change character, guys, we're looking for market to come back in this area. Whether it's starting point or right shoulder, we're looking to continue sales now. Does that make sense, guys? Right? So if I pull out the homie, where's the homie? I haven't pulled out the homie in a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boom, this is the homie right here. Awesome, guys. Right? Higher high is going to be your shoulder. Higher low is going to be your neckline. Your higher high, the highest of the high, guys, the last tip at the top of that rally is going to be your head, guys. And you'll know it. Why? Because it's the highest peak, right? There's nothing else that goes above that. Now, why? Why does nothing else go above that? Because we change character. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a one if that makes sense. Now, your stop loss for the head and shoulder is going to be the high. It's always going to be above the head. I see people doing this. They enter at that shoulder and they put their stop loss right above it. They put their stop loss right above it. And you're just asking to get stop loss. You have the perfect entry. And, you know, zones maybe even look like this, guys. Trust me. Like, I've seen them. Like, trust me. I know. Right? You're asking to get stop loss because the stop loss should be up here. Okay? I did it too. That's why I know. And then I see you guys sending in markups. And I'm like, same mistake. I gotta nip that in the butt. I gotta let you guys know. Right? Because when you give your trade room to breathe, now it doesn't have to be right on top. You can give it a little bit of a pips room to breathe. Right? Don't be afraid, guys. If market is up in your grill, face to face, breathing your air dog, breathing your breath, it's okay. You're either gonna take the L or you're gonna take the dub. It's the setup, guys. Right? That's the setup. This is what market is giving me. Okay, so it's okay. I'm gonna show you guys USD CAD, and this happened to me. I was in drawdown all night, and then what happened? CPI hit, pew, shot up. Right? Trust me, guys. I woke up and I checked. I was like, "Let's go, baby! Let's go!" I was hyped. That happens, guys, and you can't be afraid of that. So if you're someone who does this, expect to get stop losses hit. Okay. There's different stop losses for different setups. Your stop loss will be above this wick for the starting point, and then your stop loss for the shoulder is going to be above the high. Does this make sense, guys? Give me a 1 if this makes sense. Yes, stop loss should be at the higher point. Yes, right here. We have 2 setups, right? 2 plays to enter, 2 stop losses. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to go ahead and use this as our macro. This whole thing right here, guys, is the macro setup. Boom, this is it. This can be the weekly, this can be the daily, this could even be the 1 hour. Right? Now, let's just say this is the 1 hour setup. Right? Now, as market is coming back this way, guys, coming to my entry, I'm focusing on structure. And I need to see the same exact thing play out for me, guys. The same exact thing. That's why it's called macro to micro. You need to see the same exact thing on both time frames, right? So as market is giving me higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, over and over and over again. Now, which one is going to be respected? How do you guys know when a zone is going to be respected, guys? Does anybody know? Does anybody want to unmute and give it a shot? It's okay if you're wrong. How do you know when the zone is really the zone? Does anybody know? Give me a 1 if you have an idea, and give me a 3 if you just don't know. Yes, Fig. Yes, Fig. You know when the zone is the zone when you change character, fam. So you see how market is breaking structure to the upside? Let's just pretend for the visual and for time's sake, this orange line is this BOS, right? So as market continues to break structure to the upside, what are we missing, guys? There's one thing that we're missing that we should have here and keep adjusting as market is going higher. We've talked about this several times in the past month. Does anybody remember? We need the change of character line. Oops. Oh my goodness. We need the change of character line. I don't know why, but I can't have 2 orange lines. I don't know why. It was bugging me. Okay, so as market continues higher, guys, we need to adjust my need change of character line, right? Higher high, market went higher. Now, if market was going to change character, it would drop below this, but it didn't. It continued. So we get higher high, another break of structure. Boom. Let's adjust. We get another higher high. We get another higher high. So let's adjust. Every time market makes new higher highs, we keep adjusting our zone. And we want to stay as accurate as possible to this market structure. We don't want to be down here. We don't want to be down here, guys. Right? We're going to be missing hella pips in order to get that confirmation. We want to be as tight as possible to the market. Give me a 5 if that makes sense, guys. I want to be as tight as possible. Tight. Like if you like Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna make a fart reference, but never mind. All right, bro. So same thing. Say we gotta wait for that change of character, guys. We gotta wait for that change of character. So as market continues to break structures to the upside, we continue to adjust. Where should my line be, guys? I haven't adjusted my line. Should my line be right here? Oh, dang. Right here? At the gray line or at the red line? Where should I place this line, guys? Tell me, gray or red?
The red. At the
Red.
red.
Let's go.
Red.
Let's go. Let's go. We stay tight to the market. Stay tight. Now, soon you might never know, guys. We can drop from here and change character, or market can continue up. We can drop or we can continue up. Now, let's just say, boom, news hits. We hit our zone. This, if you test traded it, maybe you took a stop loss. If you're waiting for this confirmation, you haven't taken a loss yet. Does that make sense? If you have test traded this area, this starting point, you might have taken a loss. But if you haven't traded this setup because you're waiting for lower time frame confirmation, you haven't taken a loss yet. So let's just say market hits this shoulder and this starting point gets clapped. It wasn't the zone, right? So now we have to keep adjusting our lines. Boom. So at this point, guys, market has hit my entry. And all we have to do is wait for that change of character. Bam. We got it. We got it, guys. We got the change of character. Let's go. Let's go. So, guys, because we got this breakout rally to the downside, do you think we have a starting point in there? Do you think we have a starting point like we have one right here?
Yes.
Yes, right? On the 1 hour, we broke structure. We made a starting point. Now, on the 1 to 5 minute, we need to see the same thing. We broke structure. We need to see some type of starting point. So we may have a starting point here, right? That's option 1. And then we have a head and shoulder right here, guys. Boom. We need to see the same exact thing. So now, if you test traded this shoulder, you're in profit. As market dropped and we got that change of character, you'd be in profit a couple bucks. Congrats to you, right? But now, if you've been waiting patiently for this to play out, your setup is coming, guys. Your setup is coming. It pays to stay patient. Guys, it pays to stay patient. You know how long things like this take sometimes? Sometimes you wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and something like this doesn't happen till like 7 or 8. It happens, right? You have to stay patient, right? So now, this is going to be our brand new setup right here. This little setup right here, this is now the setup we're going to be taking if you've been waiting oh so patiently. Does that make sense? Give me a 5 if that is making sense, guys.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Makes sense.
Awesome. Awesome. So now, boom, we're going to go ahead and look for this. My stop loss above that high. And we want to take these lows. Now, guys, when you guys are doing this, always stick to a 1 to 3, right? If you're ever lost in where we're putting our take profit, you can always stick to a 1 to 3, right? Now, if you're more advanced and you understand we're trying to continue down, this is something I would like to take out. And I've said this multiple times. When market gives us that change of character and we drop and it makes that U-turn to start coming back for us, guys, we want to go ahead and break past that U-turn. So this right here is going to be our target. Even though, guys, even though the market may drop down here, way down here, this is still my target. Give me a 5 if that makes sense, because I need you guys to understand that. I know some of you guys are like, well, every time I smack a trade, that thing goes forever. I understand. You rode the trend. It should be going, right? But doesn't mean you need to be greedy. If you're catching 1 to 5, 6, 7, 8s because you're going from macro to micro, guys, because once you go micro, you use the micro for your entry. You use that smaller time frame for your entry, guys, which is this. But I'm gonna go up to that higher time frame, that macro time frame, and I'm gonna go ahead and stretch out my TP to that area. So as you guys start to do this, you're gonna see your risk to rewards become 1 to 8s, 1 to 9s, 1 to 12s, things like that, because of the structure. Whatever the structure gives you, I mean, that's what we use, right? Does that make sense, guys? All right, guys, let's get it. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions at all? Before we go ahead and look for some examples.
Oh, yeah, like I wanted to ask. So if you see like a setup on like on the 4 hour and it's clean, you would go down a couple frames and see where there's a closer or a tighter a tighter a, a tighter entry.
Yes, yes.
All right, for sure.
Now you can still test trade that higher time frame.
Yeah, yeah,
0.01 it. Like it is,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you guys are like, yo, that's a big old stop loss, but that's the setup.
yeah.
0.01 it. Okay, you lose
Okay,
$7, $8, whatever the case. I mean,
yeah,
it's a
for
big
sure.
stop loss. Ooh, right? I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can
Okay,
still
bro.
test
Awesome.
trade it and then use that lower time frame to do what you got to do.
For sure, bro. Awesome. Cool.
Yes, sir. Anybody else have any questions?
I got one. So
Okay.
your entry point is as wide as the right. I see. Your entry point is sorry, I had
No, you're good.
entry point starts on this mountain or this peak right here.
Yes.
That's like the top of it.
Yep.
And then that's the bottom of it, right? That's intentional.
Yes. Yes. I go off the wick to body. We haven't gone on the charts yet. So
Okay.
we go from the highest wick. Now, the highest, the zones could be wide, guys. That's the thing. We go off what market gives us. So we go off the highest wick and then the closest body candle. And that's what gives us our zone. Now, that's a good question because this is only a line drawing, right? You're probably thinking, well, how do I know how wide to put my zones?
Yeah.
The wicks help us find that zone. So as we go ahead into live market, that's what you're going to want to focus on. And I'll go ahead and make sure I point that out to you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Anybody have any questions? Guys, get your questions answered. Please let me do my job. Let me help y'all if you guys are confused. Yo, this smoothie is smacking. Anybody like taro? Taro boba? Oh, smacking, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Smacking, blood.
Smacking, huh?
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Nobody has any questions. We are good. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So before I even just start off with GJ, does anybody have a pair for me to look at?
Nah, not at the moment. So, nah.
All right. Let's go ahead and see if we could have caught this entry. Now, we're on the 1 hour time frame. So let's go ahead and Aussie dollar. All right, I got you. Let me go ahead and break this down real quick. EU. All right, bet. Remember to remind me, guys. So we're continuing to break structure, right? Notice how we never broke structure to the upside, but we did clear the liquidity that was at this high, right? You can see that this wick is higher than this wick, right? And then automatically we break and change character to the downside. Do you guys see that? I got you. Keep those pairs lined up for me, guys. Do you guys see that? Notice how we got higher high, higher low. Now we don't break and close above giving me new highs, but notice how we do wick and then massive drop, right? This wick is going to be my head. Now notice how right here, this is my highest wick, right? Now my closest body is right here. So for my shoulder zone, I start at the highest wick and pull it down to this, my closest zone, which is going to be Let me see if I could zoom in while doing this. This green candle down here. Boom. So that's my shoulder zone, guys. That's what the market is giving me. Okay. Now, the stop loss for this head and shoulder is right here. Can you guys see it? I know it's a little tough at the beginning, but when you guys see market goes up, this is my shoulder. Market comes down and give me a neckline. We go higher, giving me my head, and then boom, we break and close below, giving me that change of character. Right? So if I pull out the homie, nice, let's go. Now, if I pull out the homie, I like to pull this one out because it actually has like a, I mean, it's not a neckline, but like a body type stop. Like you see how it just gets flat? I like using it because this helps me visualize for you guys. We get the shoulder, neckline, head, change of character. Boom. So now we're waiting for this shoulder to be touched. Whenever I mark up, I usually see it, but now it's confirmed. Love it, bro. If you ever need any help, I'm telling you, bust out the homie right here. Boom. Let him help you. Let him help you. Now, my starting point for this setup, guys, is actually way up here for the 1 hour time frame. But I want to go to the 4 hour time frame and see, because I do see a little bullish rally right here. I wonder if there's a green candle right there before this drop, because now I can widen my zone. Oh, let's go. Let's go. So now the 1 hour starting point's right here, guys. But let's take a look. Sorry, I'm still not used to this mouse. It like zooms in reverse. But guys, we have a 2 candle rally right here, right? 1 candle, 2 candle, break a structure to the downside. Yes or yes, fam? Yes or yes? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. My
Ye-
boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now we could actually widen that zone. I'm a big fan of widening, guys. I'm not really a big fan of shrinking, to be honest, because then you miss zones. Like you're gonna think, oh man, this is a big ass zone. I'm gonna go for the small one, right? But look, what if you never get touched? You're like, dang, why did I get missed? But if you go up a time frame, you're like, oh shit, I could have used this. Does that make sense? Has that ever happened to anybody? When you're at the 4 hour and you're like, bro, it's a big zone. Let's go to the 1 hour and see if I could
Happens
shrink
to me all
up.
the time, bro.
And then you get missed, right? That's why for me, guys, it's all about risk at the end of the day, right? Let's just say I enter right at that 50 and I put my stop loss up here. Guys, 1 to 3. Let's just say I want this to be a $50 risk, right? Now, let's just say you have your 1 hour time frame right here. And I enter here with your stop loss above. And I can still make both of these a $50 risk. Does it matter if wick to wick, body to wick? When it comes to the starting point, we want to go wick to wick. Now we can see this blue or this starting point doesn't have a wick on top of it. So we're just going to the top of that body. Make sense? All right, cool. Now, guys, don't be afraid when you see a zone. You're like, dang, that thing is huge, bro. I I don't like stop losses that big. Well, guys, this is the setup. That's why on the 4 hour time frame, this is the setup. Take it, or you drop down to that lower time frame. So as of right now, this is the macro. But again, this setup can be $50 risk. This setup can be a $50 risk. But I'm both right. Now look, check me out. Now I know why market dropped from there. Now look at this, guys. My shoulder zone. Boom. It was missed, but my starting point got hit. So I'm still happy. So I should already be in. Oops. I should already be in a test trade right here. I believe, yes, because that starting point never had a wick on top. So this is my highest wick, which is going to be my starting point. So this right here is my test trade. Now let's see if I can drop down to the smaller time frame and see the same thing. I need to see this, guys. I need to see this. Boom. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Boom. All right, let's go ahead and dip. Let's go ahead and dip. Let's go ahead and dip. I need to see the same thing over again right here. So let's go to the 5 minute. And let levels help you guys. Like it works on the lower time frames as well. I wonder if it looks like it came up here for a smaller time frame target. Probably. But we don't really need to drop down that low. I mean, this is the setup right here, guys. Boom. Who wants me to stay on the 5 and who wants me to go on the 1 minute? Who's a 1 minute menace? Because I know some of you guys like to trade lower time frame. So who am I to judge? I want to help you guys. Oh, he said 1, bro. I'm a menace. Bet. Okay, let's get it. I want to help you guys. So let's go ahead. I like going for 1 hour, 15, 5. Okay, cool. Well, same rules apply, guys, right? We'll do the 1 minute and then we'll go ahead and drop down to the 5 minute. And then we can go up to the 15 and see if there's anything else. Guys, oh my goodness, it does not get any plainer than that. I tell you, I prom. You know that meme of Drake saying Lil Wayne, he's just too good. This is like, he's just Wayne. He's too good, bro. It does not get any better than this, bro. Market gives me a higher high, higher low, and we start to consolidate. This is good for us, guys. And we can see a buildup of money. We're already thinking, bro, something big is going to happen. Okay, cool. It gave us the continuation move first, right? But if it's already in your sell zone, guys, understand it needs to go ahead and shoot up in order for it to shoot back down. That's what gives us the head, and that's what gives us the change of character. Give me a 5 if that makes sense. We consolidate. Now, at this point, we're just thinking, I need 2 things to happen, bro. I need market to give me the head, and then I need market to give me that change of character. Now, as soon as we get this last one, as soon as we get this change of character, guys, it's game over. Boom. Did we break and close below? Yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So look, same rules still apply. Are we looking for starting points or are we looking for shoulders?
It's the head and shoulders, head and shoulders.
That was a trick question. You're
It
right, but
was?
we still look for both.
Okay, okay, for sure. I
we
was
still
like,
look
wait,
for
bro,
we still
I
look
saw
for
change
both
of
because we
character.
still want those opportunities.
Oh yeah, for
Right?
sure, for sure, for sure.
Nah, you're good though. You got it. So boom. Obviously, this would be a way better risk to reward, right? But guys, we're on the 1 minute. Like it doesn't get any better than this. Now, this is my shoulder entry. Where does my stop loss go, guys? Where does it go? If you can annotate on my draw or my chart, you can do that. You could type in, you could unmute. Where does my stop loss go, guys? The high. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It goes above the high. Boom. If you can delete that drawing, I would be so glad and happy. Thank you, brother. So, boom. My stop loss goes up here. Guys, that's only 6 pips, bro. That's not 65 pips. That's only 6 pips. Think about it. I mean, most spread, GJ spread is already like 12 pips, bro. So realistically, spread might take your ass out anyways. Right? But 6 pip stop loss. That's fire. Now, again, if you're lost, 1 to 3, boom, smacking. Smacking. Right? But guys, this was, I believe, a 1 hour setup or a 4 hour setup. Let's go back up to the 1 hour. Oh, I need to widen that out for sure. Let me widen that thing out real quick. Bow. So guys, check me out. Let's delete this. We should have already been in the trade with the test trade. So guys, look at where did market make that U-turn to come back for us? Mark it up on my chart, guys. Where did market drop down, change character, and make that U-turn to come back? Do you know where it made that U-turn?
Yeah,
This right here, guys.
and W.
We got the shoulder. We got the head. Massive, massive change of character. Now look, as soon as it starts coming back for you, guys, we want to target that. So we enter here, and our TP is right here. That's a 1 to 15, guys. Does that make sense? This 1 hour setup is the macro time frame, the big picture. Now, as soon as market is in that, we can drop down and use that setup. Now look at on the back on the 1 hour, it's only a wick, guys, but on the 1 minute, we sniped it way up here. Right? Now we can go back up to the 5 minute or back down. Oops. 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 My bad, guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. Now look, check me out. That was the 1 minute. We have the 5 minute set up right here. And nothing changes. Every time frame is going to have something. Or should have something close. Oh my goodness, this mouse. I'm not used to it. It's funny. So the 5 minute, this is it. Shoulder, neckline, head, change of character, right? So we have our breaker structure here. We have our change of character here. So we have the starting point. We can see we have the breakout rally, massive breakout rally. This is nice. That's what we want to see, guys, right? We have our starting point right there. And we also have our shoulder right here. Boom. Really, really nice play. Really nice play. Stop loss. If you're using the head and shoulder, your stop loss is up here. If you're using the starting point, your stop loss is probably, I mean, someone tight would do that, but I kind of like it above this just because you're already on the 5. Might as well risk like an extra 3 to 4 pips. Like it's not going to hurt you, right? It's not going to hurt you. Boom. Now, even down here to this area, that's a 1 to 3.5. But again, we were going to the 1 hour, right? Oh, it actually hits you break even. Oh my goodness.
Um, like, like a question.
What's
Sorry,
up?
man. So I just want to make sure this is all gonna. This is all after the change of character after the zone hit your or the market hit your zone on the test. A test like entry, right? On the test entry.
Yes.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. So
Cool.
as soon as market touches the first time, boom, you can test it, drop down, and now wait for that setup to happen. So
Yeah.
we can go ahead and enter with a little bit heavier lot.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Like let market give you that confirmation to be like, okay, now it's giving you exactly what I need to see. So we can go ahead and take an entry.
For sure, bro. Awesome.
Yep. Yeah, guys. So with this one, it actually looked like I don't even know how to use this thing, bro. It looks like it gave us this 1 to 3 and then came back break even if you were using the starting point stop loss. But if you're using the high with the head, oops, oh snap. And then we drop back or go back up. This is a 1 to 3, just shy of a 1 to 3. And we're able to give our trade some cushion, right? And then it drops massively. So this is solid, guys. This is super, super solid. I want to show you guys USD CAD before we go to the ones you guys have just said real quick. Because I'm telling you guys can't be afraid of drawdown. That's one thing that you guys should like get that out of your head, bro. You guys should not fear drawdown. And it's not always about the snipe. And that's one thing you guys have to worry about as well. It's about finding the setup, guys. It's about finding the setup. If you could find the setup that's something worth risking, then shoot that, right? Every setup is going to have a stop loss point, and you have to trust that market is going to hold. So market looks a little different on trading or on I'm sorry, levels. There was a starting point on TradingView right here that held up. That was actually like more like this. It gave it a little bit of problems. But notice how market wants to go ahead and consolidate. Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. And then market drops and then automatically shoots up. Now, guys, we're in bullish territory. Look at how market has been going up for a minute, guys. So when you see consolidation, market drops down and then forcefully goes back up with some force, with some strength, with some hair on his chest saying, move. It's literally like you guys can see it. We drop down and then it says, move, get out of my way. I wasn't trying to drop. I was trying to go up, right? Now, look, we have two setups here, guys. Two. Now, let's delete this and focus on the setups right here. This would be my BOS to the downside. And this would be my change of character. So, guys, do we have a yes, a 2-candle breakout rally? Yes, we do. Now, would this big starting point, I already said it, but would this big candle be a starting point? Yes, it would. Now, guys, notice how we have all this consolidation. Guys, all this is my shoulder, this whole thing. Now, as soon as we drop below, this is my head. Now, once we get that change of characters, giving me the confirmation we could look for more buys, that's exactly what we need to see. So we can now use this as my shoulder. So let's go ahead. I'll delete this. My lowest wick was right here, and my closest body is right here. Notice how there's a gap. The closest body. I pull it up till the first candle touches. Boom. So notice my entry, my stop loss, and this was an easy 1 to 7. But guys, did market keep going? Yes or no? Did market keep going? Yes. It was doing its job. It was already going up higher. Do I need to keep holding all of this? Do I need it? No, I don't. Boom. I already caught a play. I'm good. Give me another setup. On to the next pair. USD CAD, thank you. I appreciate you, bro. You did a solid for me this week. Maybe I'll find another setup on you next week. Right? But notice this chart is a little different as well, because on TradingView, I was actually in drawdown, like down here for a little bit. So actually on levels, it makes me look like a sniper. But no, I was in drawdown for a while. I was in drawdown pretty much the whole night because I entered late Wednesday night, and I was in drawdown, and then it went up and went my way. So pretty solid. Let's see real quick. Hey, BJ, there's no way we could change the settings on your mouse?
Yeah.
I have to scroll down for it to go up.
All right.
Does that usually happen? We don't got to do it right now, but
Yeah, we could change it right
no, we're good.
Oh.
Good calls already over, pretty much. Let's go to AU real quick. We'll do AU, EU, and gold, and then we'll get out of here. No more pairs. Yeah, it's opposite of mine. Oh, snap. That doesn't sound good. Let's see.
Any other question?
Go to the higher time frame real quick. So based off this higher time frame structure, guys, we should have been looking for some sales, right? Notice how we get higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we change character, right? So we were just shy of touching that right shoulder. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
I've seen some people have on their setups like multiple entries. Is that something that's easier on a higher time frame, or is that something that you do like on a 5 minute time frame?
That's you can do that on every time frame, right? So if you're looking at it, like if this is the 5 minute and this is what I see,
Mm-hmm.
and let's just say this candle actually does break and close below. On this one, it doesn't, right? But let's just say there was a starting point here I can use. I would have both of those zones marked up. I want to give myself multiple opportunities to catch that trade. Because what if I get stop loss on one and I can go ahead and take the other?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
Yep. All right, guys. So yes, off of that, guys, I would have been looking to start already looking for sales, right? So let's go ahead on the 4 hour time frame. Honestly, nothing really looked like too clear um to sell the market, in my opinion. Like I don't see any reason to why market sold off this area so hard. Maybe this area right here. Let's go dive in that area because it does look like we do have some type of um liquidity being built up. And honestly, that's kind of what it looks like right there, that it was a liquidity sweep, if anything. If I don't see anything right there, then this is honestly what it was. There was liquidity. People were selling right here. 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 Now, what does the market do? When they see people sell at resistance, they're going to go ahead and pick your pockets, hit your stop loss, and then go the way market was intending to go, right? Because after we just got that massive daily/weekly head and shoulder, I mean, we probably missed this. Like this was probably a snipe and we missed it, right? It is what it is, right? Let's go to the daily. This is daily structure right here. Okay, now let's go to the weekly. If this zone goes a little down and it sniped that, I'm gonna be a little hurt because I was waiting for this. So let's go. All right. This green candle is still my closest body. Let's go to the monthly. There's nothing there on the monthly. So cool. Now let's go ahead and drop down to the 1 hour and see if there's anything on that left side. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Man, I didn't know. Sheesh, we moving now. All right, I'm getting used to this a little bit now. All right. So I'm seeing something now. All right, guys, this is gonna be a little advanced, but that's okay. Because when market gives us an example, we rock with it, right? So notice how we get higher highs, higher lows. Market comes up, gives me a higher high. Now notice market gave me a high wick and a low wick, but let's just say this is what we have to break and close below, right? Because as market gave us a wick down, it's still closed right here. Right. So now this is something I have to go ahead and break and close below as the market gives me that high. So let's go ahead and adjust this and we'll fix this. Because now this wick is pretty much my support, my change of character line now. Right. So it should look something like this: shoulder, wick. This wick is my head, and now I need this change of character. Right. Notice how we break and close below. Right. Now, it's not always going to look clean. And that's why if you see stuff like this, guys, send it into the chats so someone can give you some type of feedback. Okay. Now, look, do we get a rally breakout? Yes, we do. 4 red candles, and we break and close below this wick. That's for sure. This last green candle is my starting point. Boom. So look at, guys, we have a starting point right there and the shoulder right here with my stop loss right there. So let's just go back up to the 4-hour time frame. So we can see here, does that box ever get touched? Nope. Nope. So this can be another example of set your alerts, bro. You've been waiting for that zone. You saw potential in this area a couple weeks back. Let's just check this from change of character, from entry point. Guys, that took 31 days. Trust and believe when I tell you they will save zones for later and they will stretch that out in order to make you think now market's not coming back there, bro. It's already made moves. It's already made 1 move. It's made 2 moves. 2 moves. It's not coming back down there. It's not coming back up there. And then what happens? They come back up when you're least expecting. And at that point, you're like, oh, market's bullish now. Market's bullish now. Why? Because market's rallying back up. But it was leaving this for later, guys. We had this sell zone there 31 days ago. That was a snipe. That was an absolute snipe. We could have took it down to here. That's a 1 to 6. Let's see. Let's go up to the daily. All right, cool. So let's just say market did miss. This is our change of character. This is where market made that reverse to come back up. Now we missed this. It happens, right? But we got the second best entry right here. And this target was never touched. This target was never touched. So I would be aiming to take that out so we can continue down. Does that make sense? I know this breakdown was a lot more advanced, but hey, I guess it needed to be it needed to be done. We had to break it down. Right? That's the only way we all get better. Right? Now, let's just see if we could have caught an entry right here. Right? Maybe we missed this. Maybe we didn't see anything. Or maybe you did and you were waiting for confirmation. Let's drop down to the 15 and see if we could see any type of structure forming right here. I do see it. I do see it. Let's drop down to the 5. So we have this as well. We do break and close below, right? We could use this as our shoulder. But let's go ahead and drop down the lower time frame real quick. I want to see if we can catch anything right there. Oh, how do I maneuver? Oh, what? I can grab on this? This is dope. Oh, it's not letting me grab no more. Yeah, in my opinion, this right shoulder on that 15 is the cleanest entry. Unless we find a 1 minute in this area, literally. But this right here would be the cleanest entry, in my opinion. Right there. Your stop loss goes above the high. Gives your trade room to play.
Hey, 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 I was just gonna ask, how is this a zone the shoulder if it isn't like the last the last like a break of like a structure? It's right, isn't it right here?
Oh yeah. So yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I've been studying Valentino, and he's
Okay.
been helping
Yeah.
me. He's been helping me cover what structure is the most important.
Okay. Okay.
And because this one,
Hmm.
you can see it on the 5 minute,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be able to see it on the 15 as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
When you do
I
that, you
got
know
you.
that structure is real
It's
valid.
valid. Oh, for sure, bro. For
Now,
sure.
now we can see that we have this last one here.
Yeah.
So we could even use this, but if you're using this, you definitely would have been missed. That is
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And if you
Okay.
were, and if you were using that
Yeah.
and you were missed, I mean,
Hmm.
hey, bro, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro.
Right.
You know, you can't. And again, guys, when we do macro to micro, there are gonna be times where you will be missed. It's part of the game. That's why you test trade it, guys. That way you can
Yeah,
get
for sure.
something. You get something, bro. When market touches your entry right here, test trade it 0.01. Get $8, get $12, get something, right? Just because you drop down and you're trying to be a sniper and you've been sniping for the past, since you've been doing this over and over and over, it's been consistent. But that one time you're like, man, Vinny's wrong. No, bro, it's part of the game. Sometimes you're going to be missed. Trust me, this happens pretty often. And that's why you have to, wear that. You have to wear it on the chin, you know? That's okay. Let's go up to the 30-minute real quick. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the 1 hour. Ah. I like the 30-minute structure. I just don't like that we didn't change character off of it. I mean, on the 5 minute, we see that it does break in this section, but on the 30-minute, it doesn't. And obviously, if you're watching it on the 30-minute, you're gonna want to see that confirmation in order to get that. But it is what it is, guys. Right? Sometimes you miss some, sometimes you lose some. And in this case, we didn't even get in. So it's okay. Let's go to GBP USD. I think that was one that was said. No, it was EU. EU. Oh, bro. I was waiting. Oh, did it snipe on this one? Oh no. I was waiting for that one. Um, but same thing, guys. I mean, guys, when you guys see something like this, you're thinking, holy moly, market is coming back up to my entry, and we get missed. I mean, guys, it happens. I was waiting for that. Trust me. I was waiting for market to go ahead and enter that thing so we can uh drop down a lower time frame and catch the snipe. But it never even got there. Never even hit my alarm. But check me out. Just because it doesn't hit doesn't mean we still can't catch something. So let's just see if we can drop down and catch something. Now, we do catch it. Do you guys think we catch this setup or no? You tell me, yes or no. Do we catch this south setup? Oh, snap. Yes, we do. We do, Fig. Notice how we got a high point here, a low point here. This just missed our setup, guys, right? But we changed character. So when that happens, we have our break of structure, our change of character. Now, we get a breakout rally, and our starting point happens to be freaking humongous. But you're able to get in and catch the sell. And most likely, this was CPI. This is April 10th. Yeah, that was CPI. If I'm not mistaken, that's CPI right there.
What's with that bar on top of it?
This one?
The one on top of top.
This one?
That one. Yeah.
This was a shoulder on the 4 hour that I was looking to play out. Notice how we do have like a staircase type of liquidity drop down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But when you see that, guys, and then you see the market go above and then massively drop while it's still downtrending, like market's been downtrending right here, right? And then when it comes back up and then massively drops, boom, it's in downtrend territory. Now look at this, guys. What did market come up for as we change character?
Imbalance.
It's saying that there's a starting point right here in this section because we broke structure to the downside right here. So you see this red arrow? Let me go ahead and zoom in. Oh, snap. You see this red arrow right here? Levels is telling me we just broke structure, which we did. So this last buying candle would be my starting point. So if you were focused on that, levels called it out. It's just not going back that far. But when you see that red arrow, you press red box, and I guarantee you there was a red box right there. So you could have caught this whole move. Boom. Market pulls back, and we missed that shoulder, but we can see we could have caught that sell. Now look, check me out. We're looking at this, right? This is our setup right here. It is what it is. We were waiting for that 4 hour. We dropped down one time frame and we caught it, right? But look, guys, if the market dropped all the way down here and pulled back for you, where do you think we want to TP at, guys? Where do you think we want to TP? Right here?
Yeah.
That's a good one. You could definitely partial there. That's a good partial point. 100%. This is also a good partial point right here. Yes, sir. You're like, right here, bro. I'm telling you, right here. And then we got right here. This is my main swing TP, guys. When market drops down and then reverses, comes right back for me. Boom. I want to take that out and continue heading down. Now, obviously, when you see structure points, these are good areas to start taking partials. Start putting money in your account. Take half of it out, half of your trade out, quarter of your trade out. Put a piece of that money in your account, guys. Right? And continue to let the market do your thing. But this was a solid setup. I hope somebody caught this. I wasn't even focused on this setup because I was still focused on catching this shoulder up here, and I never even hit my alert. My alert was somewhere like right here, kind of tight. And I was just hoping, and I had a limit order set, so I wasn't even like worried about it. I was either gonna win or I was gonna lose. I saw the setup, but it never even went that high. How high did it go? As market drops, it just went, well, before CPI. Before CPI, this was the highest it went. And then during CPI, this was the highest it went. So it never even hit my entry. It just sold out from here. Said I'm outies. See you later, bro. Right? But look, I mean, market is gone. Where is it headed to, though? Market is gone. Where is it headed to? Oh, we could be looking at some swings now. Look at this. BOS. Change of character. Oh, bro, why don't you guys tell me to look at EU? Oh, bro, we should have been smacking, big dog. Oh, yeah. Yo, we got a starting point right here. Let's see if it can hold up. Oh, it's already below that. All right, well, we got a starting point right here. Now we know where it's headed. Bro, that's simple as that, right? Simple as that. Oh, that starting point was hit. All right, it's going lower. Simple as that. So now it's in the middle of no man's land. No man's land. So let's go ahead and delete this stuff and stay fresh. Delete, delete, delete. Time is it, bro? What time is it, guys? Oh, snap. Should I hang up? Y'all tell me. All right, so now look, we got two setups. We got one way up here with the starting point, and then we got one right here close to market structure. Price is down here. This is the closest starting point. If market breaks and closes above that, well, then we know where market's headed. But as of right now, boom, we have our two zones locked and loaded. Let's delete this. Stay fresh. Stay fresh. We have a buy zone here, and we have two sell zones there. Boom. That's it. That's it. You don't gotta drop down any lower. What else is happening? What else? What else is there? Right? Boom. Gold, and we'll do this as the last one. Oh, guys. Oh my goodness. Hey, BJ, that thing I sent you, that fib, it respected the fib, bro. If we go up to the weekly, I believe. I was just playing around, guys. And I was like, I wonder if the fib, because market's bullish on gold. Like it is. Like, look at this. It's been gone for a couple days now, right? Or months. And I was like, where is market gonna reject and give us some type of sell opportunities? And I pulled out the handy dandy fib that I never really pull out. But I just wanted to mess around. And I go from the start of the move to the first pullback. And notice how market is respecting this zone. Now, I don't talk about this fib a lot because I don't really use fibs for confirmations or for entries. But I like when something's like, oh, I'm having a little bit of I'm kind of confused. I need maybe even like a back end. I just want to tighten up and see what I can do. I always pull out the fib, right? So these higher zones are a rejection fib or TP fib. Now these ones down here are our entries, and the 7.79 and the 886 are the absolute sniper / kill zone entries. Now we can see here that market is respecting this zone, and I wanted to sell there, but there's literally no indication for me to sell. Like there's none. Like I would be selling in the middle of a bullish run. Like it makes no sense. Like it would be stupid of me, right? Now I was just like, I just wonder if market is going to respect it, bro. Look at this, guys. On the 4-hour time frame, where is my closest pullback, guys? Right here. We get a higher high. We get a break of structure, right? Boom. Now, in order for me to look for sales, I need market to change character and break below this. I never sold here, but it did what I wanted to do. Now, if it can break down below here, now I would start being interested in looking to continue sales down. Does this make sense, guys? But as of right now, are you thinking sales, guys?
No.
Are you thinking sales? No. Why? Because we have not changed character yet. This is the 4-hour. Now, it literally closed right inside of a starting point before market ended today. Right? Bullish rally. Last selling candle before the bullish rally. It closed right inside. Right? So it still has some type of potential to go up. But as soon as market wants to go ahead and break that, we're now looking to see if we can go ahead and continue some sales. I'm going to go ahead and keep an eyeball on that. I want to see a lot of liquidity being built up and manipulated as market's down here, because the more liquidity we can get, the better for us, to be honest. So I'm not really rushing. Why would you wait for a change of character off that long wick and not the SP? I know Oren, he says once market breaks and closes below the starting point, you can now look for sell reversals. But for me, I like to wait for the actual low to be broken. That's just something I've seen it over and over and over again, where market will give this starting point some type of drawdown, never break and close below, and still continue up higher. I've seen that over and over again, and honestly, I'm just not down to risk that, to be honest. I would rather get the confirmation I like, which is the change of character. I would love to see market break and close, and I just take my time. Makes sense? Now, again, that's all off preference. I know Orwin loves to do that. If you love to do that, do it. Stay consistent with it. But when you start seeing a shift in market, you're like, yo, low key, I'm getting clapped a little more than I usually am. Let me wait for some confirmations now. Right? Does that make sense, Fig?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. But as of right now, guys, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This kind of looks like more reversal territory, just because we never really built a whole lot of liquidity on the way down. The more liquidity you see right in front of a buy zone or sell zone, it's like, oh my, bro, just give me the candy, bro. Give it to me. It's like taking candy from a baby. You know what I mean? But when you see it come down real sharp, oh, that's not really a good sign. But still, I'm not trying to sell early. Let it give us the confirmation. Now, when you start seeing that change of character and a lot of liquidity, and you want to sell, you're like, oh my God, bro, candy from a baby. And we use proper risk management. Just because you see clean setups doesn't mean you over leverage because it's clean, right? Use proper risk management. Always calculate your trades. Always know what you're going to lose and what you're going to win. But as of right now, guys, this is it. Buy opportunity. Now, where can I see it come down to? If we're looking for some type of reversal, this is the first stop right here. Massive, massive, massive BOS rally breakout. I'm not saying it's bearish forever. I'm just trying to get some type of retracement so we can go ahead and continue back up higher. Right? These are the only counter trend trades that I like to take higher time frame because there's actual meaning behind it and there's an actual wide amount of pips behind it. That's 220 pips, give or take. Actually, let's count it from the starting point or the shoulder if we got that. That's about 150 to 170 pips, depending on where you enter in that area. So for me, I'm down to take a counter trend trade to go ahead and give that sell to buy. I'm not really looking for those on lower time frames. On higher time frames, yes, because like when you start and again, this goes back to Valentino. Shout out to Valentino, guys. He's more smart money based, but again, if you understand market structure, you will understand. But again, he is a lot more advanced. I will say that. It took me a couple of videos for me to understand his boot camp, and I'm just starting to get that thing rolling, right? So if you want to check him out, do so. He's super, super dope. And he breaks things down in a lot of detail, which I love, which I love, especially when it comes to market structure. I love when people break down market structure to me in detail rather than like back end stuff. That's just me. That's my personal preference. I want to know the DNA of market structure inside and out. So like when there's an educator who's just breaking down market structure, bro, I love it. But as of right now, that's the first stop. Now, if market really wants to go lower and give something a nice retracement, then I would be expecting something like this way down here. But when that time comes, it'll come. I'm not really too big on it. Let's go to the weekly. See how there's a red candle on the weekly and the daily? That's definitely the first stop. Definitely the first stop. But as of right now, guys, it closed right inside of a buying starting point. All we have to do is wait. Just because it's in a buying starting point, guys, don't be too aggressive to buy that shit as soon as market opens on Friday. I know some of y'all in here. Who trade gold? Pat trades gold. I know Pat, you aggressive, bro. I know as soon as market opens Friday, you're gonna buy it right here, bro. Don't do that, bro. See something, drop down a lower time frame, go to the 1 minute, 5 minute, give yourself the confirmations you need in order to take that trade, bro. Right? Do that. Wait for the confirmations. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions, Sam, before we head out? I know I stayed on a little longer than usual, but I mean, I personally don't mind. I like giving the sauce. Bet, guys. Bet. Of course, fam. Well, that is it for me, family. Hope you guys had a great trading week. For those that went to convention, that shit was super lit. Let's go. We're gonna have to have a call just about convention. We gotta have one of those.
For real.
Exactly, right. It was fire. But with that being said, guys, hope you guys have a great weekend. Back test, get your hands dirty. Practice this right now for the next 30 minutes, guys. For the next 30 minutes, practice this. Send your charts into the 805, into California, into Powerhouse, into the levels chat, and get your guys' feedback. Okay? That being said, that is it. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys Monday.